Hey guys, I am just trying to get everything set up. Hey Linda. Linda, what is this? 3 or 4 weeks for you. I am impressed, girl. Okay, I think Linda is on Facebook, and if you can hear and see me, please let me know. I was looking at my notes right before I started for the first card. And I hope I remember how to do it, because now I'm confused on my notes. I think I'll figure it out. Okay, I have Linda on Facebook. I'm waiting to see if she can hear and see me okay. And then I'm on YouTube, but so far I don't see anybody on YouTube. It says there's one person. Yeah, Linda said this is 4 weeks. Yay! Okay, I'm just gonna make sure I can see everybody's comments. Yeah, no golf. I know. The weather this time of year keeps us indoors for sure. Okay, thanks, Linda. Okay, guys, I'm just going to hop right into doing the card because we only have about an hour. Hey, Kathy. And I want to make sure I get everything done. So if you are new and this is your first time watching, my name's Bobby. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the U.S., and I do weekly Facebook Lives every Wednesday at noon. And if you would share this video, hey Rhonda, hey Diana, if you would share the video, I would really, really appreciate it. That helps me grow my audience, my reach, share our crafting with everybody, as many people as possible. And then if you comment or share on the video, that is how you're entered in my Prize Patrol drawing for next week. I will announce the winner of this week's at the end of our little crafting event today. So let me switch over, and when I switch, you guys will see a little screen like that, and then it'll go back, so we're all good. So this is a gift card holder. I made this kind of gift card holder in the past, several years ago. I want to say like maybe 2 years ago, but I love it. You put a gift card here. I don't have a gift card, you guys, but you would just, and I thought I had the one I used down. Oh, you know what? I knew I had an old gift card. So I will show you during the demonstration with this one. This one's old. There's nothing on there. It's, I should probably blink out. Well, it's too late. I already showed the numbers, didn't I? But there's nothing on here. So if anybody wants to try to use it, they can. But you know what? I should probably, I'm just going to cover it up just for security, just because. We'll just do that. Let me see if I can grab some tape. Hold on, guys. I'm trying to cover up that number. I just happened to look up and see it. I have been looking and looking and looking for this because it's an old gift card. It's not a debit card. It says debit on it, but it was a gift card where, you know, like you return something and they give you money back on it. So there. Well, it's not very pretty now, but I will show you how we'll hook that on there. And this, just so you know, just because I have all this excess now on here, this might have a little bit harder of a time fitting in that pocket, but I think it'll still be okay. I'm trying to tape it all down, but I'll show you at the end how we put that in there. It's super easy. You just put mini glue dots on the back of your gift card and put it in here before you adhere it. But I love this form of a gift card holder. Whoops. So if you haven't figured out this week, I am going to feature the Christmas Barn Bundle. And I absolutely love this. I really wanted to get this one in before the end of the holiday season because I just really wanted to use this bundle. I'm going to use white embossing powder. And I'm going to use tear tape. We're going to use some Memento Black. I'm going to use our white craft. And then this is all of my supplies. I'm just going to lay right there. So for the Stampin' Blends, I am going to use the Dark and Light So Saffron, the Light and Dark Soft Succulent, the Light and Dark Smoky Slate, the Light and Dark Real Red, and then I just have one for the skin tone. And then I used the deckled rectangles for this layer on the Smoky Slate. And then I didn't bring the paper over, but I am using the Cottage 12 by 12 designer series paper. Let me move, and then I'm going to use this smoky slate. And so you guys can also get these, receive 6 free make and take packets from me to make each one of the projects. It's actually 2 of each of the projects I'm going to demonstrate today by placing an order in my online store. And all the information is there on my blog. Thanks, Diana. She shared it to Facebook. I'm just going to hop over to YouTube and see if anybody... Hey, Marilyn from Georgia. Okay, I just wanted to make sure that I could see everybody's comments and make sure nobody had any questions. I'm going to grab a quick drink before I get started, you guys. And like I said, wish me luck, because I was looking over my notes and kind of got myself a little bit confused on what's what, because I did this several days ago and wrote my notes. So my base is thick basic white, and it is 4 1/4 by 11. You'll just score it right in half. And then we have, I want to make sure I keep those out of the way. Smoky slate is 4 by 5 1/4. And then the DSP is 4 by 3 1/4. And then a piece of basic white. I'm just going to measure it because I'm afraid my notes are going to confuse me. 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. And then the deckled rectangle is, I want to say it's the third one. 1, 2, 3. I think it's the third one, the third smallest. So we'll put that there. These are going to go on the inside after we make that pocket. We have a strip for the sentiment that is 3/4 by 3 3/4, and smoky slate that is 3 1/2 by 1/2. And then I used the stylish shapes to die cut out my circle with smoky slate that I'll stamp that sentiment on. And then for the pocket, it is 5 1/4 by 3 1/2, and then I'm going to score it at 1/2 inch on each end. And this is the mechanism, the smoky slate right here, that is going to raise up and down. This one is, oops, let me set this down. It is smoky slate 5 by 4. I'm going to measure it just to make sure, but I'm sure that's right. Yep, 4 by 5, and I'll score that at 3/4. So I'm going to do that scoring really quick so I can get the scoreboard out of my way, because it is really in my way. So I'm going to turn it and score it at 3/4, not 1/2. Right there like that. And then I'm just going to lay that over there. And then this piece we're going to score at 1/2 inch on each end. So just turn it and do 1/2, and turn it and do 1/2. Okay, now we have some coloring. I have some embossing I have to do today, so I have got to get on the ball. Let me grab this. So I'm going to use my little, this isn't the only card. I think maybe the third one, I have a little bit of embossing I have to do on it too. So let me see what we're going to do first. Let me grab this white. And I'm going to stamp this sentiment, and we're just going to do, oops, make sure I got it good, right in the center. And when I am doing this, guys, I cannot see your comments. Let me grab my tweezers. So if you have comments, I always try to go back and watch them and answer anybody's questions. Okay, we'll leave that right there, and then we're going to grab this piece, and I need a scrap piece of paper, because I want to go off on the ends just a little bit. Let me move that out of the way. So I'm just going to take the tree and do the same thing, and I'm going to stamp it a little bit off, and then come up a little bit, and then down a little bit, And then this one we'll just do, kind of do it up a little bit, but we're only going to get a little bit on there, on that side. I'm going to use that stamp again. So just make sure I'm getting it all over. We've got embossing, coloring. We got everything going on today, you guys. Okay, I'm not going to put the lid on that. Hopefully I will not regret that decision. Let me turn my heat tool on. I was craving a candy cane so bad at work last night. I ate one right before I started, you guys. And let me tell you, I struggled to get that paper off that candy cane. I had scissors and was trying to cut it, had the candy cane in my mouth, and I thought, this is not a good idea. It could be dangerous. And we're just going to melt that. You can kind of see when it starts to melt. Figure everybody can use gift cards this time of year. Gift card holders and gift cards. I haven't posted any pictures of my beautiful granddaughter, you guys. She was born on the 8th. I need to put some pictures on there. And she was a whopping 9 pounds and 1 ounces. We could not believe that. We weren't expecting that big of a baby. She doesn't look that big, though. We went and saw her over the weekend, and I really thought she was going to be bigger than what she was. I told her, I was like, girl, you hold your weight so well. Okay, let's ink the little slate up. And just stamp it down there. Hopefully when I go to die cut this out, I'll do a good job, because I didn't bring myself any extra. I'm trying to see. I think I have to, while that heat tool is hot, I'm going to grab, I forgot about this little strip. So I'm going to go ahead while that heat gun is hot and melt the sentiment that we're going to put on the inside. And we'll put that right there. I'm going to grab those tweezers again on the smaller piece of cardstock. These tweezers are a gem. Hopefully I'm not going to spill this. I didn't have it over my tray. We always think, you know, oh, we're not going to spill it, and then we do. So we'll melt this, and then we'll get to coloring. I hope you guys have been enjoying the weekly lives, the online class, because I have really been enjoying doing them again. I didn't realize how much I miss it until I started doing them again. I'm trying to move everything out of the way that I'm not going to use. Okay, so I'm going to use this light smoky slate, and you guys forgive me for my coloring. I'm talking and my head can't get down as close as what I would like for it to be to see the image. I have my phone right at my forehead. If I moved a couple of inches closer, my forehead would hit my phone. So that's always a joy. I thought about cheating and just stamping and doing the coloring and then already have one colored out. And then I was like, no, we'll just go for it and hopefully it'll all work out. But you guys know, if you watch a lot of these, all of us say that it's so much harder to do it live than what it is if you're just crafting in your craft room. I got my pre-order today, you guys. Well, it really wasn't the pre-order. Well, it kind of was the pre-order. It wasn't from the event where we were limited. We could now order anything in the catalog, but we were limited to kind of how many. I'm just going to take the dark and just kind of go over his hair. So like stamp sets and things, we could only order one of, but anything that they consider like consumables, they had limits on those, like maybe 2. But I got that, so I hope that you guys aren't going to be mad when I say the next sentence that's getting ready to come out of my mouth. But I'm ready to move on from Christmas. Like, I don't think I have another Christmas card left in me, to be quite honest with you. We have done a lot of Christmas cards. We only have 2 more weeks. You guys, anybody that's sending out Christmas cards, you've already sent them out, more than likely. Anyway, hopefully. So I hope you guys don't mind, but I would really like to move on. That was the light real red. I'm going to go in with the dark smoky slate and color this gal's. I don't know if that's her hair or her hat. I really had a hard time. I struggled with trying to figure out what these things were on them. Like, I could make out the scarf, but when it got down like to their lap area, I just really wasn't sure. So I just colored the whole thing. And I'm going to use the dark soft succulent. This color does not coordinate with the DSP, but I just wanted something different, and I wanted it to be a green. So that's why I used that. And then I'm going to use the light. Now I'm going to change this up a little bit from the way I did it in the original. In the original, I did her scarf this color. But today I'm not going to. My nose is really runny. It starts, I don't know if it's a nervous thing, but every time I start to do these go live, I notice my nose runs. Let's do their face. But yes, I hope you guys, I know like last week I said that and gave you guys the options of, you know, which 3 bundles I still had left. And I hope you guys don't care. I'm going to change this to the dark because I feel like you can't really see that well. That soft succulent. Okay. I think I have everything colored, but I hope you guys don't mind. Let me know in the comments if you hate me for doing that. But I got that new stuff, and it's become really hard to try to guess. Okay, I have to grab my other plate. Hold on. It's become really hard to try to make sure that I have everything in stock because some of the stuff is on the last chance list. And if it sells out, I didn't even check to see like if this bundle is sold out or if it's still there, to be honest with you guys. There was nothing I could do about it anyway, right? I already had everything designed. So I thought, well, there's not much I can do except for proceed, and anybody that has the bundle that got it, that's not too bad. They can use these projects, and you don't have to necessarily use the exact stamp set that I had. You can use what you have. Okay, let's make sure I have my card going right side up, and we'll start assembling this. So I'm just going to use regular adhesive. On there like that, and then we'll put our white down. So everything that you see me using, I will send you if you place that order for you to be able to make the projects. I just want to look and see. I popped that up on dimensionals. So we'll pop this up. Sorry if you hear noises. My husband's upstairs moving around. We have a doggy gate from our living room into the kitchen, and I heard him open that gate. Okay. Let's put that about there. Then I'm going to find my ribbon, which is right here. And I'm just going to eyeball it. Might have to trim it down a little bit. We don't want too much. We shall see. Okay, so what I like to do is just kind of place it behind there and look and see. This one is a little bit long, so I'm gonna trim that down a little bit. And then let's put some adhesive on the back, and then we'll fold it again. Let's just look and see. That looks kind of good. And then I just hold it there with my fingers. And then I take my dimensionals and then hold it in place where I want it to stay. Kind of like that. Okay, and then we'll put this right in the center at the top. Now this one does have a die, you guys, that you can die cut out the sentiment. I wanted to show you that. So this die cuts out the Merry Christmas to you and yours. And then this die here cuts out May the Joy Fill Your Heart this season. I tried it on both of the projects I'm using on, and I just didn't like the look of it, so I didn't. I just used it the way that I had it. So I tried it both ways. And the next card I'll show you, because I did keep it. I didn't throw it away, so that way I could share it with you guys and show you what it, looks like and where I thought about putting it. But I ended up just using the label that I had originally chosen. And then you just put this at the bottom. And then we'll put this on the outside. And I don't think I popped this up with dimensionals. I just used some Stampin' Seal. Put it right about there. And then we'll take the inside piece. This is going to be our pocket, and we'll just burnish those score marks that we made. And then I'm going to just take my paper snips, my regular ones, and this just kind of gives it a little bit of a cleaner look. So I just like to go in and kind of nip those at an angle. I must have adhesive on my scissors. I feel like I'm taking forever to do this card. And let me see. Grab some tear tape. And we'll just put one strip right there. I'll trim off the ends here in a minute. This is not going to anybody. So if it was, I would be doing, a much better job. But when you feel like you have to speed along to get your video in, or your 3 projects, this is probably where my adhesive come from when I was designing this. Let me get these out of the way because that's going to drive me nuts. And it's sticking to my finger. So then let's just burnish that down with my fingernail. We're going to open up the inside of the card. Make sure I have it going right. We're going to take some of our tape and we're going to put it right along the bottom. Just like that. And flip it over. Try not to cut. I left such a tiny piece. I'm trying not to cut my card. Okay. We will pull this tape off. And then pull this tape off. And this one. And then you're going to take your pocket. You need to turn it going this way. And we're going to line up the bottom because we want our gift card to stay in there. So you're going to have to do it at the bottom. And I just kind of put it at the bottom and the sides. And line up that side. And then I got a little bit off, you guys. But it's okay. I got way off. But it's okay. I'm not going to try to move it now. But line it up a little bit better. You guys don't have to be as rushed as what I do. So you can make it work out far better than what I did. Then this piece of smoky slate, I'm going to burnish that. And again, I'm going to trim off and trim off. Get those out of my way. And then we're going to put tear tape right along the top of that. Like that. I actually put 2 because that is the opening mechanism. And it could get opened quite a few times. And you have room if you score it at 3/4 of an inch. We're going to lift this off. You know what? Before I lift that off, I want to stick it in my pocket. And then we're going to line this up. And what I did when I did mine is kind of look at the sides. I just moved it with my finger. Kind of look at the sides to make sure you have the same amount on each side so you kind of know if you're getting it in there straight or not. Then peel your tape off. And peel this tape off. And I just lined it up with my score mark. Fold that over. And just kind of burnish it with your fingers. And when you do that, then that will lift right up. And then you'll just take your gift card. And you could do this step before you adhere it up there. But you will just take a few mini glue dots and put right on the back. I'm only going to grab 3 because we all know this card's not going to anybody. Hopefully it'll stick to that paper. It doesn't want to. There we go. Okay. And you want it to be down there and just kind of like stick out just a little bit so you can kind of close it a little bit to see. But just maybe halfway, something like that. So that way when you close it, it's going to kind of pop up when they open it. How cute is that, you guys? If I would have lined up my pocket a little bit better, I would like it a lot better. Okay. We got to get to moving or I'm going to be late today. We'll line up these papers here. Put them on. That was the only thing good about carpooling with my husband last week was I didn't have to rush. Okay, I'm grabbing the other sentiment. So let's put some adhesive on the back of this one. Put it right in the center. Kind of like that. And I didn't pop this up because it's going on the inside and we don't want it bulky. So I did not pop that up. But there you guys go. That is the first make and take for today. Let's move on to the next one. I'm just going to check really quickly and see if we have any comments that I need to address. Diana is watching another demo on her iPhone and me on her iPad. That's so funny. That's what you call a good multitasker right there, you guys. Hey, Aaron. Yeah, there is. Oh, yeah, they should have a windmill. Yeah, they do have that silo. Thanks, you guys. Okay. Hey, Beth. Thanks for joining us. Okay, let's move on, guys. Let me pull that screen back up so I can make sure you guys can see me. Our next card is... I'm going to put the lid on my embossing powder because I just feel like that's an accident waiting for me to do something with. Here is the second card. Now, if you see the white up here, I took our white chalk marker and was trying to make it look like snow. I don't like that, so I'm not doing that. But I did put a little bit of the Wink of Stella around it. And I was just thinking before I went live, you could put some of the Wink of Stella on the side of the barn there, and that would look cute. But we're going to use the real red ink. I got my sentiment. We're going to use some of this black and white gingham ribbon. There's the stamp set. And I'm going to use the color lifter, and I'll show you why here when we get started. And I used the gingham embossing folder to emboss this second layer. So anytime I send this, this will already be embossed for you. You'll have the DSP paper. I'm sending you the ribbon. I'm sending you the black matte dots. I'll send you the label. You get everything you need to make the cards. Okay. So for this card, our base is 4.5 by 5.5, scored right in the center, like so. We're going to pop up this layer that we embossed. So I'm going to do that side, I think. And we'll just throw a few of these on here. Like so. Checking my time, guys. Don't have too many announcements today, just a few. There's free shipping coming. I'll try to discuss that now. I will tell you guys, my team Christmas party for my team members is this coming Saturday. And I'm very disappointed. I'll tell you why in a minute. Let me tell you the measurements on all of this stuff. So the basic black I already told you is 5.5 by 8.5. The embossed piece is 4 by 5.25. I have the red gingham is 1.5 by 5. And then this piece that is the black and white is 1.5 by 4. And then my vellum piece is 4 by 2.25. Okay. So the reason I'm very disappointed is because I ordered special gifts for my team members. And I ordered them all the way back on the week right after Thanksgiving. The 29th, I believe it was. And everything was going fine. I got my tracking. It was going to be delivered December 7th, you guys. December 7th. And no fault on Stampin' Up! At all because it went out in perfect timing, just like it normally does. For the vellum, I'm going to put my adhesive where that barn, that big piece of white's going to be, so that way that's going to hide the vellum for me. Or, I'm sorry, the adhesive. But Stampin' Up! Mailed it out on time. But where it was going, it wasn't coming directly to me. It had to go to somebody else and then come. Oh, I didn't tie my ribbon. Okay, we can because we didn't put adhesive there. That's what happens when I talk. I lose my train of thought. But anyway, it arrived where it was going on December 7th. Just like it was supposed to. And then it sat there and sat there and sat there. The lady kept contacting me. We were in constant communication. And, you know, she's like, I don't know where it's at. And I told her, you know, I sent her the tracking information too. And I was like, just track it whenever you want to. I'm doing the same thing. So now I'm just going to use the real red. And I'm only going to use the light to color this. And there's some sketchy pieces that is kind of hard to color for me. Because they're so tiny. But she just got what I ordered. I'm scared I'm going to slip and say what it is. But she's doing something for the gifts that I got for my team members. And she just got it yesterday. So I had to post on our Facebook that I am sorry, you guys. But we drew names. The people that wanted to participate, we drew names. So we bought each other's gifts. So that's not affected. You know, I was able to order the person that I drew their name on time. And they will get their gift this week. I think actually yesterday or today they were supposed to be getting theirs. But the team gifts are not going to make it in time for our party. I'm really hoping she sent me and had me proof what I'm wanting done yesterday. And I loved it. I was like, yep, that's great. And she said she could get them done in a day. So I'm hoping that they will go in the mail back to me today or tomorrow. And that by Monday I will be able to get them in the mail. I'm hoping I will yet get them this week. If not, you know, going into next week. And hopefully I hope my team gets their stuff by Christmas. But it's the thought that counts, right, you guys? So we're still going to have our Christmas party. We'll still gather on Zoom. We did that last year and it was fun. We sent each other Christmas cards. Which I didn't send mine out yet. If they're on here, they're going to hear this now. I didn't send mine out yet because where I have to ship that to everybody, I was just going to put everybody's Christmas cards. I'm doing a horrible job coloring. I'm getting on the white where I shouldn't be getting on the white. But yeah. We'll still have our Christmas party and we will still have fun. Because we'll all be together and that's all that matters, right? Okay, sorry you guys, I'm going so fast and I'm making a lot of mistakes on my coloring, but I have another card and I have to do a little bit of embossing on it. And we use the Wink of Stella on it. Okay. And then just go in This is where it's hard, and I'm going to do a horrible job because I can't get my head in there like I want to. But these little barn slats, I tried to leave the white around the frame, but I'll show you, since this is turning out so horrible because I'm trying to color so fast, I will show you what I'm going to do to try to make it not look so hideous. Okay, let me see, what did I do up here? And then down here, it's just these little bitty 4 sections right there. And then I'm going to do this right there. But because this looks god-awful now, I'm going to take that dark smoky slate I had, if I had black over here, and I'm just going to, and I'm not going to use that wide tip for sure. I'm just going to go over these to try to make them not make it look so bad. Make it kind of stand out a little bit. I liked the white, but because it bled into, because I went over the lines because I can't get down there, this will make it look a little bit better, hopefully. You guys take your time. Don't rush like I am. Did a much better job on the original. Are you guys ready for Christmas? Because I haven't even started my Christmas shop. Well, I take that back. I've bought a few things, but the bulk of it is coming this weekend. I hate it. We went shopping, just grocery shopping on Saturday, and the stores, you know how it is this time of year. It was so crowded, and I don't like it when my husband's with me because I feel rushed. So this weekend, I'm going to go by myself. Okay, that's good enough for that. So I would take the Wink of Stella if you did want to make it look like there is snow. And we can just kind of do that. Just a little bit to make it glisten. You don't even have to do it all over. I think that's cute like that. Okay, let's grab this for the sentiment. And stamp it in real red. And just put it right down here in the center. And I'll show you the piece. So this is what I die cut out. And I originally thought about putting it there. I mean, it's cute, but then I felt like down here needed something. So that's why. And you could move stuff around a little bit if you did want to die cut that out and use that. I just decided to leave mine just like it was, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. And then we'll pop a few. I'm going to do 2 because I've got to move on, guys. We'll put this right about there. I'm going to go ahead and tie that ribbon before I put the actual round little barn on there. So just tie it around that way. Turn it this way. And don't pull too tight because you don't want your vellum. We don't want that to bow on us. I'm just going to pull this out if I can grab a hold of it, because we want the bow to be kind of tiny. You can make it be whatever size you want, but I want it to be kind of a tinier bow. So what do you guys think? Are we good to move on from Christmas? Please say yes. I'm going to just trim this piece up if I can get a hold of it. Oops, I don't want to cut that other piece of ribbon. And then you can kind of churn it. I'm going to kind of turn it that way. There we go. And then we'll put some dimensionals on the back. I can move my camera up a little bit so my head wouldn't be so much in it, but then it would be further away for you guys. And the stand that I use, it's like not an automatic, like, you know, I can push a button and it'll go up and down. Not at all. So it would be horrible. You guys would hate me if I tried to move it. Okay, looking for the black matte dots. And we'll put a smaller one, if I can get it to flip over. I'm telling you what, you guys, if I'm in my craft room, I don't ever, by myself, I don't ever struggle like I do when these lives happen. It's kind of comical. I think that's why you guys watch, is just to see. I should have moved those around instead of putting them at the top, but it is what it is. It's already there. I'm not moving it now. Okay, so that is a make and take 2. And then this one is my favorite card out of today's projects. We're going to use the clear here. The whole time I thought I was using that white again. I'm using the clear embossing powder. I'm using mint macaron. Did I use clear? Yes, I did. Okay. It's all coming back to me now, you guys. All coming back to me now. I'm going to use this soft velvet mint macaron ribbon. I'm going to use a few of the red and green adhesives. And this is the card. This is my favorite one. I absolutely love this card. We're going to use Winka Stella. And then this was on the clearance rack. I'm not sure if it still is. But this was like $4.50, you guys. So, just saying. If you need it, you better get it. So, mint macaron is 5.5 by 4.5, 8.5. Whatever it is, you guys. You guys know by now what it is. 5.5 by 8.5 scored at 4.25. My goodness. Let me see. That's popped up, so we won't put that down yet. The basic white, let me see, is 4 by 2.5. And then I have a piece of vellum and mint macaron that are 2.5 by 3.25. Okay, let's do our stamping first. I just threw that on top of that stamp pad. Hopefully it didn't get anything on it. I'm going to grab this and grab my grid paper again. So on this, I want to have this really handy because we're going to stamp. Let me clean my tree off that we recently used. Okay. That's the only thing I don't like about using the craft. Can you see how messy my block is? It's like smoky milky now. Making sure I get all that off. Okay, so let me look at my card. It's been a minute since I made this, you guys. Okay. So what I want to do first, it feels like that has something on it. I'm going to use my little embossing buddy. And I lost my train of thought of what I wanted to do next. I'm going to grab this clear embossing powder and get the lid off of it. Because this ink dries so much quicker too. Let me see if I can scoot down a little bit to get everything in here. Because this, our regular ink dries so much faster than the Versamark or, you know, like the powder, the craft ink or whatever. We need to move kind of quickly on getting the clear embossing powder on here. So for the first one, I'm just going to stamp here, stamp off, and do it again. I'm going to stamp here, stamp off. Just kind of like every other one. And just, you know, rearrange it because, you know, the thing is to make it look like it's the woods. And then I'm going to go in and cover all those with that clear embossing powder. And it'll give it a little bit of a shine. If I can pick, oh my goodness, pick that up. And then I'm going to take the vellum. And then, let me see. Was this the one? That does not look like that's going to fit on there, but I guess it's the one I used because it does the same thing. So let me clean that. Let me grab that where I can get it a little bit better. That would not look good with red and green mixed together. Okay, let's see. It just picked up on there. Let me clean that off again just to make sure. And on this one, we're going to ink it up again. Probably should have dried that a little bit. That may not. Where did my vellum piece go, you guys? I'm going to stamp off on that because I'm scared that didn't dry. I'm going to re-clean this. I'm just not sure what I did there. I just want to make sure. I'm going to let it dry a little bit, and then I'll ink it up. Got a little bit of embossing powder in my ink pad. And then just stamp that. It's kind of hard for me to see again, you guys. I hope I got it down centered and straight. I'm a little bit off. That's okay. I'm just going to go for it. Yeah, if I move it up where I can see and get my head in a little bit better, then you guys are going to be further away and have a harder time seeing. Okay, let me move that out of the way, move this out of the way, close my ink pad before I get any more in it. Let me turn on the heat tool. And you want to be careful with the vellum because it will melt, burn really quickly. So just once that starts melting, we'll be good. And you can kind of see that it's already, and you can use it, you know, go from the other side too. You just want to be really careful with vellum. Okay, and then I'll grab. This is not going to give too much of a shine at all. That's why I ended up going in with Wink of Stella. I mean, it puts a little bit on there if you guys can see as it's drying, but it doesn't really make it shine like the Wink of Stella does. I don't know if you guys can even notice the difference there. It's just very faint. Okay. Yeah, it's very, very faint. Let me take that off. Oops, flipped it upside down. I want to be careful with that because that could still smudge just a little bit. I think I'm done with that. Grab the Wink of Stella. And then we're just going to paint this on not every branch. And you guys go much slower than what I'm going. But just kind of, I just kind of went down on the branches. Kind of skipping around a little bit just to make it look like there's snow on them. And I just followed the direction of the branch on the trees. And I just thought this added just the right amount of glitz and glamour to the card. Just kind of stepped it up a little bit, I thought. I love the monochromatic look on cards when it's like tone on tone. Okay, so now for this piece, let's grab the ribbon. What did I do with the ribbon? And what I did was I just folded this around and cut like that. Kind of fold it at the bottom and then fold it over. And then I took my good old just regular tape. Grab another piece and just held that in place with tape. And then put some dimensionals on. How am I doing on time? Got to hurry, got to hurry. Our supervisor is buying us lunch. He's having it delivered today, so I don't have to pack my lunch, but I do have to get some other stuff prepared that I take to work. I'm so glad, you guys. I have to finish out this week, which this week I've been staying over and working overtime to help pay for the repair bill on my husband's truck. And next week I only have a few days, and then I will be off for Christmas break. I love it. And then I just took another piece, and I'll have this measured out so I know exactly how much. I might have already measured it out, to be honest. Written it down somewhere, but I just measured. And then when I brought this piece in, just flip it over as you're tying that knot right there in front. And I'll measure it to make sure that you guys have plenty of ribbon to do that little knot with. Okay, that looks good. And then for this piece, I think yes, pop this piece up with dimensionals as well. I'll just do one right there in the middle. Okay. Hey, Christina. Okay. Kind of put this one, you can put it in the middle, up higher, down lower, whatever you want to do. To get this on here without any adhesive showing through, what I did, if you guys see my mini glue dots, yell and tell me where they're at, because I don't see them. I took a mini glue dot and just folded it over on itself, and wherever there was a lot of words or bigger letters, see how I just kind of scrunch it up and I'm just kind of like making a little ball out of it and kind of putting it where I think the letter is going to hide it for me. Let's do one right here. I'm not sure if that will hide it good enough, but that's where we're putting it out. And it's a little bit crooked, but it is what it is, you guys. Okay, and I'm a little bit off, but I don't care. You could trim that, but I'm not going to. It's not bothering me. I feel like if I tried to trim it, I'd probably cut my finger today. So I'll just leave it alone. Nobody's going to notice it anyway. I like to point out all my mistakes. I am a perfectionist, you guys. I hate it. I hate messing up. It makes me so mad. And so, of course, I have to draw attention to it. Oh, look what I just did. Look how I just messed that up. Need to stop that. I tried these, I'm not sure which color those are, but I kind of thought they would blend in, but they kind of didn't. After I put them on the card, they looked more blue than they did green, so I didn't put them on there. And we'll put a few of those little gems on there. I think we're done, you guys. So that is this week's Make and Take packets. I hope that you guys like them. And like I said, the information is on my blog. They are on this Facebook post, actually. And if you want to order, you place a $35 order. You get the Make and Take packets and envelopes to make 6 cards. You make 2 of each of these. If you spend $50, you get the Make and Take packets. You get the December's Sweetheart Tutorial Bundle. You get, I think it's a free embellishment with $50. I can't remember. Don't hold me to that. But if you spend $100, you get everything I just mentioned and a special surprise gift from me. Last week's winner, you guys, for Prize Patrol. I don't think, I want to see if she's on here. She is not on here. But I'm telling you guys, she won just a couple of weeks ago, and I could not believe that her name popped up again. I use an automatic little thing. Hey, Mary. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Beth. But she won Soft Seedlings, and let me just pull up the little graphic that I put in here. This is a local lady for me. She comes to my local card class. It's Barb Macaldo. I never know how to say her name. I'm going to have to ask her one of these days to make sure I say it right. But she won a couple of weeks ago, you guys, and she is super lucky. Her sister played bingo with me last month, and she was super lucky in bingo, let me tell you. Okay, so then if you share or comment on the video, even if it's the replay, guys, this is what I'm going to give away next week. Full of love. So comment, share, and that is how you'll be entered for the Prize Patrol. And just really quick, I want to show you in case somebody new is watching, we never know. These are my cards that I designed for my local card class. Or not my local card class, for my monthly card class. It's a subscription-based program. I have gotten a lot of compliments on this one. I'm going to tell you the little way I cheated to get that glow in the back. If you're in Card Club and you get the video, I'll tell you that secret. So these are the four cards we're going to make. I send you the cardstock to make 2 of each design. So you'll make 8 cards. It is $38 a month. Let me pull up the little graphic. It's $38 a month, and that includes your shipping. You have to join by the 20th. If you've already subscribed, you don't have to do anything. It's automatically billed every month through PayPal, and you can cancel that whenever you want. But if you are a new member, you do have to join by the 20th of the month to get that month's projects. If you join on the 21st, you will get what I design for January. And like I just said, you can join or cancel anytime you want, and every month you'll receive the make and take packets to make the cards, all the cardstock envelopes. I provide all that. You don't have to purchase the featured stamp set, but if you do, you save about 17% because I order it and have it shipped to me and then include it in your class packet. So that means you save on the tax and the shipping and handling. Every month, KIP members receive $20 worth of Stampin' Up! Products that they use to create the projects. And this month, they're getting the little rhinestones I used, the linen thread, and what else was it? Where's my notes? They get, actually, they get a full pack of the craft paper, the rhinestones, and a full pack of the linen thread. Everything is always a full pack when you get stuff like that. Or if it's DSP, I might send a half a pack. And then I mail everything out on the 26th, and you'll get a video and PDF to show you how to create the projects. And the best part is after you've been a member for 6 months, you receive a $25 product bonus, and you use that however you want to use it. And if you do want to be on my team, I post the PDFs on our team page, so you get those for free. And then I'll just show you really quick. That's the little graphic that I use. And then I just wanted to tell you guys about the free shipping again. That's tomorrow. It's 1 day only. $75 or more will earn you the free shipping. You won't receive it before Christmas. But, I mean, who doesn't like free shipping, right? And if you guys want to join my newsletter, I'm just trying to see, guys, if there's anything else. I will show you the host code too. Oh, I didn't change that, you guys. Sorry about that. That's last week's projects, but that's still the same host code that you have to use. And it's the host code right here. Now I totally forgot what I was going to say. Oh, the free shipping. Stampin' Up! Did, in the leaders group that I'm in, they did let us know that they are catching up. They're not near as far behind as what they were. But, you know, the free shipping is not going to arrive before Christmas, but it's free shipping, and I think that's just great. Hey, Carol, I didn't see you on here. I'm trying to look around, you guys, to see if there's anything that I'm forgetting to tell you. But I will, the free make and take packet information is listed on this post. So it is if you place $35 and use the host codes. And $50 is the six make and take packets, the PDFs, plus the December Sweethearts Global Tutorial Bundle and an embellishment. If you spend $100 before tax and shipping using that host code, you get the 6 free make and takes, the PDFs, the Sweethearts Global Tutorial for December, and a special gift from me. All orders do have to be placed between the 9th, that might need to be the 10th, and the 16th. And you have to use that host code, you guys. And I just want to thank you guys so much for everybody that's been placing orders with me. Every single week I've had orders going out doing this, and I really appreciate it, you guys. I appreciate you so much supporting me and my little small business. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are headed into a great Christmas, that everybody's getting things done. I am trying to get stuff done. It's really hard, especially when you work overtime. But I'm going to go for now. I think I'm trying to look over at the side to see that's where I put everything that I want to tell you guys. And I don't see anything else. So I think I've covered everything for today. Make sure that you comment and share on the video to be entered in the prize patrol for next week. Next week, you guys, I haven't seen anybody arguing with me in the comments about no Christmas stuff. So I think that next week we will move on. And for the next 2 weeks, I'll share with you guys new upcoming stuff from the new catalog. Here it is. So I'm super excited. I never know how to hold this when I'm holding it up. So next week and the week after, I'm going to share stuff out of that catalog, you guys. I can't show you the inside, but if I have product on hand, I can create and show you guys. And I have a lot of the DSP and stuff, and I don't have to worry about, oh, is that going to be sold out by the time I'm ready to show it. So I'm going to go. I will see you guys next week at noon with 3 more great projects for you guys. Have a blessed day, guys. Bye-bye.